What a journey that was, though. Man. I really like that quest line, the Vorticai quest line.
Adventures can wait.
Your Grace, we need to head to Brevoy immediately. Sword Lord Jamandi requires your help in fighting off a sudden attack on Rosslyn. A treacherous invasion of barbarians has caught the Sword Lords off guard. It is presently only skirmishes, but very soon there will be a major battle on the Glenbond uplands. Restov is calling for help, and I trust you won't turn your back on your old allies when they need your aid more than ever. There's one more thing. I'm afraid the bloom is back, Your Grace. Monsters have started appearing in the barony again. Fortunately, they have been spotted only near Candlemere Lake. Of course, this is highly disturbing, but, my Baron, without immediate action on our part, the Sword Lords may be defeated. Dude, I was gone for like a week. Come on. What's going on at Candlemere? Not long ago, a brief flash was spotted on the center of the island. After that, monsters started to appear in the area, attacking fishermen and travelers. Someone should travel to Candlemere and discover where these monsters are coming from and why. What's happening in Brevoy? The Kelid Barbarians, Your Grace, the Tiger Lord's tribe. They sometimes serve as mercenaries in the River Kingdoms. Not long ago, a new chieftain rose among them and inspired the tribe to conquer new lands. His name is Armag the Twiceborn, and it is said his tribe honor him as a living legend. Looks like Brevoy became his first target. Rosslyn, to be more specific. Miri raises her head, her eyes blazing. Tiger Lords? So, they decided to come to fight? I've heard my former tribe is with them now, hiding from the evil spirit that haunts them. I bet the Tiger Lords brought the cowardly worms here with them. If so, I'll give them what they deserve. She shakes her head as if trying to cast off something unpleasant. Then she glares at you. But her words are carefully controlled. What I wanted to say, Chieftain. We need to go there, and we need to hurry. I'm going now to scout around, maybe find some help. Come with me, or else we'll live to see this Armag smash the Brevins and come knocking at our main gate. You're right, the threat is too serious to be ignored. We're heading there right now. Cannot go with you right now, but you have every right to go to Rosslyn without me, Amiri. Go. Yeah, if you're going, I'm going. Amira raises her hand as if trying to stop you. Easy. If we go in a huge group, there's no way we can scout unnoticed. In short, I go first, to see their numbers, maybe smash several heads. And you come join me later, she grins. Just don't make me wait too long, or I'll kick all their asses without you. Which one should I do first? War in Brevoy, of course. Lady Jamandi's request is pressing. The future of Rosslyn and the Sword Lords depend on you. What about the future of our barony with the other one? I must return to my own concerns. Kessel bows his head before you. One last thing, Your Grace. Now, in this darkest hour, I must hurry to help my countrymen. I'm headed to Rosslyn immediately to join the Sword Lords. I hope we'll meet again. And in this world. Everybody's fucking leaving. The hell? Guys, I need somebody to run my kingdom. Ah, yes, you. Edrist Hanvaki. Your Grace, I came to say farewell. Alas, I must return to my homeland. I have responsibilities as family head. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Take care of yourself. I guess I told him? About his family? I don't know. Hey, Octavia. Agranak, we have a big fish here today. A noble from Brevoy. His clothes are worth hundreds of gold coins, and his eyes are shifty. He has a business offer to make. He wants to open a leatherworking shop in our domain, to tan skins. These tanneries smell like a kobold's backside. This industry requires the use of alchemical components, which are carried by the wind and cause nasty diseases. Nobody's happy about these factories being in Brevoy. That's the reason he's come to us. The offer is profitable, no doubt, but the smell that comes with it is foul. We mustn't deal with this little man. Better to send him away, and quickly. That will teach the other moneybags a lesson too. Just because you're stuffed with gold doesn't mean you're allowed to do whatever you want. We need the money, and that means business. I'm willing to make a deal. +2 relations, tannery, free. We're not Brevoy's dump. Let them find another place to put their trash. +2 relations. I trust your opinion. Octavia's eyes glow. Perfect. We didn't have these lands we didn't save these lands just to turn them into a dump. Free from alchemical fumes, our people would live here happily and give birth to healthy children. Yep. Don't want pollution. Pollution's bad. Harem appears in the doorway, loudly shouting down the corridor and trying to block a visitor's way. However, they don't budge, and finally the priest is pushed backwards into the room, shouting all the while, "Away! Go away, I tell you! The Baron isn't seeing anyone. He's busy and isn't here." Harem? Who's this? Rudrin Skeggi. Forgive me, respected Harem, but I must speak to the Baron. A young dwarf limps into the room. She doesn't look well. Her face is bruised, her armor crumpled, and her arm is dressed with rags, brown from dried blood. Nevertheless, she begins with a ceremonious bow. Your Grace, my name is Rudrin, of the Skeggi clan, and I've come to beg your help. My kin are in grave... Harem interrupts her with indignation. How do you know my name? I was told of you by my leader, the revered Jarmold, Torag's paladin. He is hoping to meet you in person. He has so many questions for you. A dwarf who rejected Torag, became a priest of Grodus, and now sits in an important position at the court of a baron. Such tales are rare. Harem's face is exploding with red and white spots. He furiously grabs his beard. Torag's paladin? And he wants to talk to me? What impudence, what shameless, brazen... Although... Harem turns to you. You know, perhaps we should help them. I want to see this paladin with my own eyes, and the trap he walked his congregation into. So what's the trouble you've gotten yourself into? Many ages ago, our ancestors, together with the other clans, built a road here, and a chain of fortresses along it. Unfortunately, they were forced to leave these lands, but now that you've established order here, we decided to return, to rekindle our clan's legacy. We found the entrance to the Adamantine Shield fortress, but when we tried to enter, Redrin winces and touches her bandaged arm. When our ancestors left, they charmed the gate of the fortress and locked it with a key, which has long been kept safe by our clan as a relic. We brought it with us, but when we inserted it into the lock and turned, something incredible happened. The gate fell to ashes, and we saw that the lock was upon the chest. The lock was upon the chest of a huge golem, which attacked us immediately. Harem snorts. I'm sure the creator of this golem prayed devoutly to Torag while he made it, never thinking for a moment that this piece of iron might someday turn on his own people. How dwarvish. We managed to hide up on the hill, but we'd backed ourselves into a trap. The golem just stood below, waiting for us to come down. Two of us sacrificed their lives, distracting it to give me a chance to escape and find help. Please, save them. You're our only hope. Okay, I'll help you. Thank you, Your Grace. Skeggi clan owes you. Here's our map. It shows where to find the fortress. Harem fiddles with his beard pensively. I would ask you, if you go to help them, take me with you. I know it's folly to gloat, but I would see with my own eyes our proud guests from the Five Kings mountains caught in such a mess, and then send them home with my own tongue. Hope you will allow me this small pleasure. Your Grace, I must warn you, this is no ordinary golem. He's made of adamantine. He's almost impossible to destroy, even with magical weapons. But if you wear it out for long enough in battle, it will collapse for a while to restore its strength. At that moment, you will need to pull the key from its chest. If I know anything about mechanics, that should switch it off. And if you don't? Harem's gloomy question hovers unanswered in the silence. Phew, man, there's a ton of stuff going on here. It's been a long time since we've been in the capital. Hooray, we did it! Another attack has been repelled, and the barony is stronger than ever. Your grateful subjects even brought you a gift to honor this outstanding success. 8,600 gold. Unfortunately, now is no time to rest. While everyone was preparing for the last attack, I was looking for a way to overcome the curse. I read some ancient books, talked to the locals, and then I had a word with our storyteller, and we decided that, well, he'll tell it better. Storyteller clears his throat. I am a keeper of stories, Your Grace, and I've amassed a respectable collection over my long life. There are, of course, stories of curses among them, ancient and dark, having taken thousands of lives, destroyed kingdoms, and brought down Well, of course, well, our curse isn't exactly a real curse. We think there is someone specific behind these attacks. Oh, I'm sorry. Realizing she interrupted the storyteller, Lindsay turns bright red. This isn't a curse, then what could it be? We don't know yet, but that part doesn't matter. Lindsay waves her hand carelessly. What's important is that we're finally making some real progress. I would imagine that the people behind these attacks is someone harboring great evil against you and your barony. I would not be surprised if it is the same adversary who is behind the bloom. I agree. After that last attack, I got the feeling that the owlbears and manticores came here as revenge for what we did to the ever-blooming flower. Whoever or whatever caused these attacks, I'm sure they will continue. We must be ready to repel the next one. I'm more interested in defeating it than understanding it. With swords and spells, of course. You can't chop an ancient curse to bits, but I'm sure the villain behind the attack would suffice. Lindsay, I think the Baron is asking whether we yet know the name of our adversary. Alas, the answer to that question is no, at least for now. Personally, I believe it is the work of some fae. I recognize their hand, so to speak. I mean, isn't Nerissa? Probably, right? Whoever or whatever caused the attacks, I'm sure they will continue. That's exactly what we'll do. Sooner or later, the villain will show himself. Once he steps up, we can finally punish him for all the trouble he's caused. Lindsay frowns belligerently. I'm sure we'll know our foe's face soon enough. We've repelled his attacks 3 times now. He must be reaching the limits of his patience. He won't get away with this forever. Harem? Again? No, this is a dragon. Okay. Dragon bows, coughing quietly into his beard. Your Grace, I would like to apologize. I suppose I was a little headstrong during my last visit. I have a bad temper. In the mountains, they used to call me Grumbler. Well, I didn't expect my petition to be taken seriously. No one wants to share with strangers, even if their demands are quite lawful. Please know that I appreciate your honesty. Please accept this. I worked hard on it. I hope it serves you well. Mayhem. It's a decent piece of work, to be fair, but not a masterpiece. Masterpieces are rare, once-in-a-lifetime accomplishments. Anyway, I have an idea how to use our family relic for your greater glory, but I'm going to need your help. Come by if you're interested. I'll tell you more. Thank you for your gift. It's a pleasure to work hard for such an honorable lord. Never ending here. Turvel. Before you is a boyish half-elf. Her tight-fitting leather outfit is full of patches, and a large, mean-looking blade rests on her hip. A tattoo adorns the woman's neck. On behalf of the simple folk of Varnhold, I greet you. My name is Turvel. I'm here to represent our community, to present you with a token of our loyalty, and to humbly beg your help. Varnhold, Jesus, you need more help? Half-elf hands a wrapped parcel to you. I personally vouch for its quality. I made it with my own hands. Every stitch and cut. I hope you'll like it. The easy stride. Turvel proudly hands over her gift and continues in a steady tone. We ask you let Varnhold assemble a militia on her own. Many of the locals are eager to keep watch and defend their homes with weapons in hands. Especially so after the... Well, you understand. Your Grace took care to send guards to Varnhold, and I'm grateful for that. However, the townsfolk would sleep better knowing that you've let us take the protection of our children and elders into our own hands. I understand that this would require an investment from you, but we will not remain in your debt for long. If there's a workshop here, or where I can work leather, I'd be happy to make all manner of things for you. I used to make a living as a tanner back in Daggermark. Tell me more about your idea. I'll try to keep it short. I come from a long way from here. Daggermark, that is. That's where, Greyboar's from. Yeah. We've never had too much in the way of law, but we always had order. It just wasn't the guard that looked after it. It was the local bandits. Every village, every quarter, they all had a gang of their own. They never touched anyone except other gangsters that came by. But they were just like the guard, you see. Even though no one ever gave them any authority, and if you don't have the authority and you carry a blade, well, then you're a bandit. You've sent your guard to Varnhold, but firstly, they're strangers here. Second, they're not your best people. Think about it. Who would ever want to get posted all the way down there? True. So that's why there's so many guards there that are in so little order. So that's why there's so many guards down there in so little order. As for us, we know the people we're dealing with. We can tell the real thug from the harmless drunk who likes to tie one on and wave his fist around. Who to watch because he's a dangerous fool, and who to watch because he's an eager fool. Long story short, we've got our ways, so that's why I'm asking you for permission and your help. We want to bring a few brave and quick-witted folks together and do everything by the book. Why don't you simply come and serve as my guards? The half-elf hesitates. You see, right now, we're close to the people. If we put on a uniform, well, they'll accuse us of selling out to the authorities, and we wouldn't want that, would we? All manner of leather things? Half-elf livens up. Oh yes, I'm a master leatherworker after all. Armor, boots, I make it all. I just can't find a proper place to practice my craft. If you help me with that, I can work for you, but only if you satisfy my request and help us organize a militia. I like this idea. I'll see what I can do. Thank you, Your Grace. I hope to hear from you soon. Next.
Meanwhile, barbarian hordes had been gathering near Brevoy's borders. We had a difficult choice to make. Was it more important to chase a traitor, or to fulfill our duty as allies?
Man. I guess we don't have time to, like, do kingdom stuff, really, huh? Well. Game. Oh, I hadn't clicked myself. That's why.
I do what I must.
Ooh-wee, okay. Varnhold vanishing. The past should stay in the past. The Baron put an end to the Cyclops Empire just as it was struggling to rise from the ashes, securing his rule over the land, both his own land and that of Magar Varns. But the Baron already has enough trouble on his hands without additional territories and the duties they bring. Traitors have infiltrated the ranks of his most trusted companions. How do we had? That's dumb. Like we literally had the guy right in front of us. We could have told him. That's stupid. I hope I didn't lose anything on that. Like good money or experience. Explore the Candomir Bloom. Or reach the Flint Rock grassland in the Glenbon uplands. We got Blood Calling. Help Amiri discover Nilak's fate. Alright. Unbreakable Metal. Help the dwarves in trouble. Annexation. And 8 regions. Okay. Ancient Curse Part 4. 204 days on that. Assemble a militia in Varnhold. Okay. Man, I guess we're gonna go fight the battle. Noble Visitor. Community up. Success. Success. Good stuff, everyone. Varnhold Militia. Still don't see Magar anywhere. Support the Regent's endeavors. Strong nation. I mean, there he is. But he's not a counselor. That sucks. Well, what is he then? We only have the one general. Wow, we have like no advisors now. You guys, really? I need that many people who are curators? Damn, man. So he's an economist and that's it? There's really only... She's the only one that can be a counselor? Alright, I guess she's gonna be my new high priest whenever she gets done with that. Man, I thought I was gonna have time to explore. Well, there's Magar. I guess we'll go talk to him. When he sees you, Magar gives you a polite bow. Your Grace, welcome back. How can I serve you? How do you find the capital? Magar looks around the hall, squinting. It's impressive. Still, sometimes I just miss the open spaces of Dunsward. How are things in Varnhold? Excellent, Your Grace. Everything is excellent. Sure, when everyone returned home, they were a bit uncomfortable. But after appointing a deputy and doubling the guards, the citizens began to calm down, and life started returning to normal. He hesitates a moment and then finally says, You saved us all, Your Grace, and I'll never be able to thank you enough for that. All I can do is serve you faithfully and ensure your efforts weren't in vain. Varnhold will stand strong no matter what. This I promise you. Have you taken care of the defenses? The people have already reconstructed the fort walls, even started digging a moat around the town and organizing patrols. That event was a real shock to everyone. So now every citizen of Varnhold, young or old, has been doing everything in their power to never be caught off guard again. Do you remember anything from when your soul was imprisoned? He freezes. I'm not sure, Your Grace. The man frowns. It was dark. Almost no space. He closes his eyes and gulps. If you don't mind, I'd rather not recall anymore. In your room, I discovered a letter containing threats. Is there something you'd like to discuss with me? Agar's face darkens. I didn't want you to know about that. Wanted to spare you from any further worries. I began receiving letters like that once since about when I sent you trading goods. Only once my men even interrogated the trader who delivered the mail, but nothing came of it. I have some assumptions of who's behind it, but as long as I have no proof, I don't want to accuse anyone. How did Jamandi react when Varnhold joined my barony? To be blunt, Your Grace, who cares? Maybe she's angry back in Restov, or crying her head off, or even celebrating. Matters not. The issue's already been settled between the two of us. I'm thinking about offering you an official position. What way could you help me govern the country? I can't say ruling a barony used to give me much joy. There are far more enjoyable pursuits. But if there was something I really excelled at, it was managing Varnhold's treasury. If I hadn't been there, our citizens would have had to tighten their belts. Really, you can't be a counselor? You sure? And nothing about Roka? Okay. I thought you loved her, but whatever. Okay, I did forget we actually have some things we can still do in here. Maybe. No events. There are plenty of projects. Okay. Can have you build a town. I wish you would tell me if this is gonna, like, skip time or not. I feel like that does skip time. The cost of buildings with a static community bonus is reduced by 10%. Okay, we actually probably need to wait on that. We're 290 VP. I'm gonna start that project. The Varnhold Militia. So do we have Varnhold now? Yeah, we do. Look at that. Sweet. Man. Our barony's looking pretty beefy now. I'm happy. Happy about that. Alright. So I want to save it, and then we'll see if those things take time or not. Or rather, skip time. We don't want to skip time. We got pressing matters to take care of. Hopefully we'll have some time to explore again. I thought because we rushed Vortikai, we'd have 200 days to explore, which would have been useful. But alas, that is not the case. Alright, start. Okay. Can't do that yet. So now we are done. How much money do I have right now? I have 115,000 gold. So I have quite a bit of gold. So whenever we do have time to upgrade stuff and explore and whatnot, we'll be able to do that. Alright, let's go ahead and rest. Wait, we got a couple of things. Mayhem's a great axe. Dude, it looks badass. This +1 anarchic great axe is infused with the power of chaos. Makes the weapon chaotically aligned and thus bypasses the corresponding damage reduction. Deals an extra 2d6 points of damage against all creatures of lawful alignment. This anarchic great axe cannot be equipped by anyone of lawful alignment. I could use that. What's it look like? Dude, that's a badass looking great axe. Not for me. Oh shit, we have everybody level up too. And what did she give us? These boots? Easy stride. These boots grant the wearer +5 confidence bonus on all stealth checks and the ability to cast Dimension Door spell once per day as a 7th level wizard. You're my stealthy person, right? I think so. I'll take that. And we have so much shit. We have so much stuff. Okay. Let's rest. And then we need to sell and level up. I guess we should level up and equip everybody with stuff too before we sell anything. Lindsay's wisdom's back. That's good. Okay. Kanira. Let's level you up. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We technically had a 5th character with her in the party. If anything went wrong. Level 12 wild talent here. Go ahead and get your dexterity. So dexterous. Alright. What did you get at level 12? Level 8, level 6, 10, 10, 6. Nothing? Tremor sense. You can perceive the world by creating high-pitched noises and listening to their echoes. Blind sense. Okay. Well, then. So this is a summon elemental, spark of life. Iron Will, dazzling display, persuasive. Or endurance, great trip. Okay, greater fortitude or trip. That could be good. Get enduring earth. I think that'll be good for later on. Okay, Lindsay. My favorite bard, not barbarian. You get soothing performance. Ooh. Using this, yeah, in addition, this performance removes the fatigued, sickened, and shaken conditions from all those affected. Using this ability requires 4 rounds of continuous performance. Damn. That's pretty cool. Charisma. And level 4 spells. So you get 1 of them. I'm gonna Daze Mass. I've never really used that spell before. So it could be trash. Alright, Agronak. Interestingly, Jthal didn't level up. Dragon Disciple. Alright, so once again. But what is the that's the ability boosts. Oh, so we're done with ability boosts? Oh no, we get some still. Dragon form. You get dragon form? Form of a dragon. Cool. Cool. Can you not get to these levels? Like, can you get to 20th level? Dude? I don't know. Can you start as a dragon disciple? You can also be an Eldritch Knight, but now we're going to keep going with this. I remember I played around with Lindsay becoming an Eldritch Knight. I think I kind of forgot about doing that. But I probably should have, huh? Oh well. I suppose we could respec, but respeccing's so expensive now. Alright, for this, let's go and get Frigid Touch for you. And level 4 spells. You deal normal weapon damage, but also deal an additional amount of force damage equal to 1d6 points per caster level. That sounds good. Let's get that in greater invisibility. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, Jthal did not level... Oh, no, she did. I just didn't see it, I guess. Never mind. Alright, level 10 Cleric. You get bonus feat this level. And strength. Going full strength with you. Channel Smite. Improve channel, quick channel, extra channel. And channel Smite. You channel negative energy and hit a living creature. Yeah, that sounds fun. I think that works out. Okay, Ekin. Level 12 Ranger. You get Camouflage. As a move action, use Stealth skill to hide in any of his favorite terrains, even in combat. Neato. Dex. Probably never going to use that, to be honest. I don't hide very... It'd be cool to do a playthrough where I use Stealth and hide more often. I guess that sound was for you, Akbo. Tough skin. More natural armor. Get that perception up. God, we have so much to do now. Like, I feel like we have so much to do. Vindictive Bastard, level 10. You get that Smite additional use. I guess we'll put the Dex in. Yeah. And we found our athletic person. And last, but certainly not least, Mr. Harem here with the Druid, level 10. Oh no, level 11 Druid. Which gives you level 6 spells? Yeah. Nice. Strength up. Boom, boom. Get some good stuff there. Awesome. Alright, so inventory. Are any of these things we want to keep? In this war, a +5 Vicious Greatsword. I mean, that's just... That's really good. Eternal Conduit. You use scythes, don't you? I guess you use glaives. Is it still good for you? 1611, 2433. 1611, 2632. What was your glaive doing? That was just a glaive. That was just a glaive +1? Holy crap. Well, this actually does something. Touch spells go up. Okay. Well, that's a badass scythe. What else we got? Forsaken Edge and Estoc. Don't have anybody that uses that. Hand of Damnation. Oh, this is a +2 Keen Scythe. So that's probably even better. Death Reservoir. Yeah, sure. That sounds like something you would use. Alright. We got the Harbinger, a two-handed Earthbreaker, Necromancer's Quarterstaff. That's going to be your third weapon. Shock Dueling Sword. And then Great Axes, Great Swords. Okay, in terms of armor, full plate +2. That's what you have on, okay. Blessed Path. I don't think I have anybody that could use it. Or will use it. I mean, you could use it. Yeah, I don't know. It does give charisma boosts, which is why I was giving it to Lindsay. Yeah, it's probably still what she should use. Even though I do like the arcane resistance here. I don't know. We should have made her an Eldritch Knight. That would have been cool. Alright, so I'm assuming nobody needs the +1 ring. There are a couple people that could use the +2, though. Quite a few people, actually. Okay, you can use it. There you go. So anybody who does not, for some reason, have a +1 ring, at least. Okay, good. Okay, anybody who uses intelligence? There you go. I think you use charisma, actually, but... There you go. I think Octavia's the only one that's an intelligence-based character. Yeah. Amulet of Mighty Fist. The only one that would use that. Mighty Fist +3. Yeah, go ahead and use that. Alright. Armor. There we go. And then we get a cloak resistance +2. There you go. And then bite attack. There you go. Cloak of the Winter Veil. Anybody with a +1 cloak? There you go. Oh shit, we have an amulet +3 here. Who needs that? You don't need it, right? I keep forgetting. You have the helmet. Maybe yours. So we have a +2 here for anybody. What is this? Agile Fists. Mighty Fist. Does that actually affect your stuff? I think it does. I don't actually know, but... Okay, we'll just sell it. We'll sell it then. To the market. Shaynaha. I am happy to see you, O most worthy one. A new gift and new stories await you. Man, who spilled their drink on the floor here? Please accept this fine item. It has been crafted according to the traditions of Vandrani craftsmanship. Even in the impossible kingdoms, possessing something so precious would inspire awe and envy. Monastic comma. Thank you. Gladly relate a story from my homeland that inspired me to create this, but alas, due to another pressing matter, I must take my leave sooner than I would like. Damn. I was really hoping. Oh my god, come on, guys. Took one nap. Cheryl, the half-elf, is clearly embarrassed to be in this place. He shuffles his feet and bows shyly. Greetings, Your Grace. Here, I've brought you something. Rogue's companion. Thank you. I hope to see more proof of your mastery in the future. Blushes and bows hurriedly. Cheryl shifts from one foot to another, then finally gets up the nerve to speak up. You've done so much for me, Your Grace. You cleared my name of slander, freed me from jail, and gave me a chance to do my job with honor. Someone wiser than me. Someone wiser than I would simply settle down and live a happy, quiet life, but there's a reason I was arrested at the outskirts of your domain. I don't want to discuss it here. Please, come to my village when you have a moment. Your village? We can talk there. Believe me, I have quite a story to tell you. Damn craftspeople. I'm a busy guy, okay? Rogue's Companion. This cloak grants its wearer +5 bonus to trickery checks, and the ability to cast Expeditious Retreat 3 times per day as a first level wizard. So your trickery right now is at a 28. This is probably more important than that one. Does drop your stealth down to 26, but trickery is now at 33. Very good. Okay. Storyteller. I forgot I have a lot of coins and stuff to give you. And potentially some ancient leather scraps of skin. I brought some relics. How interesting, may I? Coin from Bravoy. Thorax pendant. Token of Dryad. 7,200 gold from this ancient Cyclops coins. Dog tag. I'll tell you the story of the fallen soldier. Find the rest of the 5 belongings. Okay. Tell me about the fallen soldier. I feel the damp cold of a dungeon. Weapons clinking. I smell blood and soldier's foot cloth. There is a dull pain in my muscles, and a weariness, an endless weariness on the verge of desperation. 10,000 gold, too. I'm a Cyclops, a soldier of the 19th Unbending Legion of the Golgon Empire. We travel the Darklands with the mission of clearing the middle levels of the southwest sector of Serpent Folk. Over the course of the mission, we've lost a third of our contingent. Our rations run low, and our morale lower. I've heard several soldiers secretly tell each other they've lost any hope of returning home, but I stand strong. I'll endure whatever I must to return home alive, for the sake of my wife and child. But each new march, each new battle dims the thought that I'll ever see them again. I pray for the sun's protection and guidance, but can the great luminary even hear me down here? Gul'dan? I thought the Cyclops Empire was called Coloron. Coloron? Never heard of it. The storyteller's face twitches, and his normal voice returns. Coloron was founded by Golgon refugees several centuries later. As for why there were refugees at all, well, we'll learn that soon enough. The storyteller's face relaxes again and returns to the story. How long have you been on your mission? Cut off from the sun and the moon, we count time by daily marches. I've lost track completely. It feels like we've spent an eternity in this underground hell. Could it be that when I return, my son will be a graying old man with sons of his own, and them sons themselves? No, I must avoid these venomous thoughts. Do you worship the sun? Yes, of course. Do you know what raises Cyclops above the animals and other two-legged savages? The Cyclops' face has one eye, a single orb, just like the sun in the sky during the day, or the moon at night. We build majestic temples to praise the luminaries, and in return they reward us with prophetic visions. The lesser races may roam in the dark, but the Cyclopes are capable of seeing truth. Why do you wage war against the Serpent Folk? By the order of our Empress, Zelecti Neverdoze. Neverdoze? What a funny name. With her own hands, she destroyed their den near Garkator and beheaded their leader. The Dark Lands will be ours soon. Maybe once we've purged it of serpent folk, we can find a way to bring some sunlight down here. Go on. Go on. Our mission continues. We've lost half our contingent, but we still have no orders to turn back. The soldiers' desperation is becoming open indignation. If we were outside in this situation, I'm convinced half the unit would have deserted by now. But here we are, and there's nowhere to run. I listen to the soldiers talking, and I don't like what I hear. This underground hell has changed them. They don't look to the luminaries for help anymore. Rumor has it that some of them have secretly begun praying to the serpent folk's gods. Worse than barbarism, this is pure insanity. But wasn't this mission itself insane, in hindsight? What beings do the serpent folks worship? I don't know, and I don't wish to. Who could possibly be worthy of worshipping in these fetid catacombs, where sunlight can never reach? Devils or demons, if I had to guess. We've seen some of their unholy shrines, and they were enough to make even seasoned veterans sick. Flayed skins, bowls of blood and entrails, altars made of bones. And this done to their own kin, to other serpent folk. I can't imagine what they do to their captives. Did you kill many serpent folk? I think so. I don't know the exact number. The filth doesn't practice honest combat. They move through secret passages to ambush us, attacking from behind or above or below. We've decimated many of their nests, but they still keep coming. Go on. The Legion rebelled. An officer caught some of the soldiers offering sacrifice to the serpent folk's gods, and he ordered them arrested and executed. But he had no idea how deep the contagion had spread. Many soldiers refused to follow his orders. The groups stood facing each other, swords barred, loyalists against traitors. I should stand by my commanding officer, die beside him as a loyal soldier of the Empire, but I'm scared. Oh son, I'm so scared. I don't want to die here, underground. I want to see my wife and my son again. I couldn't say a single word. I couldn't even move while they butchered our commanding officer and the soldiers who remained loyal to him. But that couldn't save me from what happened next. They declared the slain as sacrifices to the serpent folk's gods, and each of us had to taste the flesh of the sacrificed or share in their fate. Salty blood runs down my lips. I choke down slimy meat and clap my hands to my mouth to keep myself from puking. Sun and moon can't help us here, and I raise my prayer to new gods. My legs won't hold me, so I kneel, and I feel them. I feel they're here, with me. They stand around me, their cold palms on my forehead, and my fear subsides. I'll return home. Isn't that what I was praying for? Won't you end up executed for treason? Not if they never learn of it. We all agreed on the story we'd tell our commanders when we returned. Our operation was successful. The Legion suffered heavy losses. The commanding officer was killed in action, so the next in command took his place and ordered us to head back. We did, that's all. Do you still sacrifice Cyclopes? Just once or twice. Now we try to capture serpent folk alive and sacrifice them instead. I've even developed a taste for snake meat. The underground gods turned away from that scum. Their new followers are far superior. Such power and glory these new gods can bring to the Empire. We could even change Aslant itself. Go on. On the upper levels, we rejoined the main force of our army. We reported the cleansing operation a success. No one doubted our story of the officer's glorious death. Not that I'm surprised. It seems our legion wasn't the only one to accept the protection of the underground gods. Some soldiers even prayed to them openly, and our superiors turn a blind eye to it. Finally, we make it back to the surface. I breathe fresh air deep into my lungs. Like a crimson eye, the huge ball of light glares down at me from the sky. I shut my eye, for I'm no longer used to sunlight. Tears run down my face. No matter. It's alright. I'll be home soon. I must thank the gods for my safe return. Maybe my son would make a good sacrifice. Damn, man. What happened to Gul'dan after that? As so often happens, while the serpent folk may have lost the war with the Cyclopes, they won victory over their souls. Soon dark cults appeared throughout the Gul'dan Empire, replacing the traditional worship of celestial deities. Sacrifice of Cyclopes, public torture, and ritual cannibalism became commonplace. The Empire began to decay. How was Calaran founded? Seeing the Empire dying, Some Cyclopes fled to what is now known as Iobaria. They hoped to preserve the culture of the old Golgon, to build a new country free of the dark cults. But as before, the contagion was already too deep. Coloran proved to be just a lesser colony, or a lesser copy of Gulgan. And then the Earthfall came. Skies have fallen down, ending the Cyclopes civilization, along with so many others. Thank you for the story. He inclines his head. I found ancient stuff. Can you restore it? Find the remaining 10. Find the rest of the 12. Other items. Wait. This is one artifact. Its story is Dark and Terror. All this item offers is. Restore the cloak of the sold souls for me. The storyteller places scraps of leather covered with unrecognizable inscriptions before him. The story you want to learn is truly terrible. Even more terrible could be the destiny of any person who dares wear this cloak. But as you wish, I will impart a remnant of my gift into this cloak so it will be able to recount to you the crimes of its creator. Cloak of Sold Souls. Alright, what do we got here? Ooh-wee. Okay. Long ago, even before Earthfall, a rich man lived in the empire of Cyclopes called Coloran. He possessed anything he could ever wish for in ample supply. Money, fertile lands, slaves. But envy still gnawed at him, for his neighbor had even more. With the dream of destroying his rival, the man raised a prayer to Famine, one of the 4 horsemen, dreadful deities who were worshipped in Coloran. The deity demanded bloody sacrifice, and the rich man was all too happy to obey. He wrote his agreement with the horseman on skin ripped from a living Cyclops, one of his slaves, and signed it with his own blood. Famine signed the agreement as well, and in an instant, the neighbors' fields and orchards were filled with swarms of rats. The rich man rejoiced, but not for long. After decimating the neighbors' crops, the rats moved onto his own lands, so the man prayed to another horseman, War, for help. The deity demanded their agreement be written on the skin of the rich man's favorite servant, an old butler who'd served the family his entire life. The rich man felt pity for his old friend, but he had to act quickly, so he skinned his butler, and as soon as War signed the agreement, packs of wolves rushed into his lands. The wolves quickly devoured the rats and then began attacking the slaves. Seeing his riches melting away, the rich man appealed to the 3rd horseman, Pestilence, for help. To eliminate the wolves, Pestilence demanded that the rich man sacrifice his concubines. The rich man loved his women very much, but he valued his lands more. After the agreement was signed, on the concubine's skin, Pestilence unleashed swarms of flies upon the estate. The flies began spreading all kinds of disease, wiping out animals and Cyclopes alike. As the rich man pulled his hair out in despair, the 4th horseman, Death, came with a proposal to return all of his riches in exchange for the lives of all his family members. After the man skinned his loved ones, Death signed the agreement, and all who died previously rose once again. The rich man's slaves, the flies, the wolves, the rats, and even the trees in his orchards. They were all vicious undead now. Once the emperor learned of this, he sent his guards to the estate. After a series of long and difficult battles, they burned the estate to the ground. A cloak was crafted from the skins that had been used for the vile agreements. The emperor's guards placed the cloak around the rich man's shoulders and chased him through all of Coloran with whips, until the cloak and the flesh it covered had been torn to tatters. That would have been the end of the story, but after thousands of years, someone found the pieces of this cloak and restored it, deciding to play with dark powers at their own peril. That's me. -4 to Constitution. Adds 2 to the wearer's caster levels when they cast a Necromancy School or Summoning subtype spell for the purpose of calculating all level variables. It also grants its wearer +2 bonus to Necromancy School spells. It grants the ability to cast Vampiric Touch spell 3 times per day, with a caster level equal to the character's level. Unequipping this cloak is only possible after casting a Remove Curse spell on the wearer and passing a DC 25 caster check. Failing this check, kills the wearer immediately and summons a hostile Thena demon. If the wearer has reached the 20th level, it summons a hostile Astra demon instead. Woo-wee, okay. Well, con doesn't matter to you. And you have some summoning stuff and necromantic stuff. There you go. Can't take it off now. Cool. All right. Let's go out into the town. Oh, this is not the town. You, Octavia, and Reganger go to the tavern to rest after a campaign. It certainly was a campaign. So, my Octavia, should we drink to new victories? The half-elf's smile disappears. She puts down her mug firmly on the table. Reganger, honey, please try to remember how many times I asked you not to call me that. My Octavia, that's what she hates, okay. Oh, don't be like that. It's just a word. Just a word that is just painful for me to hear. Which I've asked you 1,000 times not to say, but you just don't care. We've had this conversation before, and not just once or twice. Why do you keep pushing me away? And the more I try for you, the worse it gets. You know, it's just a word. A tender word. You know I call you that because I love you. Not because I'm trying to make you my possession or some other insane reason you made up. This, right here, is what I'm talking about. It's not a tender word to me, and you know it. Look at Agradak. He respects my requests. Yep, I'm better than you, Reganger. Even if he finds them unreasonable, because he respects me. Reg, you're always doing something crazy that I didn't ask you to do, don't want you to do, or even asked you not to do. And then you say it's all because of this great big love you have for me. Well, if you love me so much, why is it you don't care for what I say? Don't interfere? Reg, she's right. Octavia, you're unfair to him. I can't stand your fights anymore. Fight all you want. I have Valerie. Valerie's probably like, what? You have who? I'm sick of your fights. Treat each other how you want, but leave me out of it. Let's not interfere right now. Reganger's voice dulls, and he speaks slowly, like a growling dog preparing to attack. So, after all these years, after everything we've been through, after everything I've done for you, you're still not sure if I love you? If you're so happy with Agranak and so miserable with me, maybe I should just go and not stand in the way of your happiness. Octavia looks away. That's not what I meant. Your love hurts. It's too fierce, too aggressive. You leave me no space at all. You need space? Reganger starts screaming. Please, all of Galarian is yours. Go wherever you want. Just don't call it love. Reganger jumps up from the table, runs outside and slams the door. Alright, that is kind of childish. Octavia grows pale and follows him with a stunned look. How could I say that to him? Why are you still here? Run after him. Don't worry, he'll come back. You were right, it's his fault. I don't know what to say. What's the threesome option? Run after him. No, it's too late now. It's been not all roses between us for a long time, and it's been getting worse. This had to happen, and it finally did. I've lost him, Agranak. I've lost him forever. Now I only have you. See ya. I've got Valerie. Bye. God, that'd be cruel. Alright. Hug her without saying a word. I guess maybe we didn't take Reg's side enough. That's probably how you get the threesome love, right? Oh well. Hug Octavia without saying a word. Octavia clings to you with her whole body. You feel her shivering. Maybe he'll come around still. Hopefully he didn't leave the party, because we'd be left out of general then too. Which would be really shitty. Maybe I should have said, Octavia, you're wrong or something that time. I wonder if that would have done something. Is he still in the party? Okay. Whew. We're good.
In due time.
Alright. I've got things to sell. Offer. Okay. I think we can sell all this. I don't think we need any of it. We've gone through all of our stuff. We don't need any of this stuff. I'll hold on to that one. $99,000 gold for all of that stuff. Phew. Now we're looking pretty wealthy. Cool. All right, so that's done. What else do we need to do? Let's go talk to them. Talk to Reg. Oh man, it really ended their relationship, huh? I should probably apologize for stealing her from you. That fork shakes his head. No, you don't have to apologize for anything. Things haven't been working out between us for a while. I thought it would somehow fix itself, but it just kept getting worse, and then bam, everything fell apart. You know what's strange? We survived slavery, but couldn't handle freedom. Since you freed us, we've both been a little crazy. She started thinking that I'm trying to control her. I didn't understand why she was pushing me away, so I got angry. She made her push me away even more. I'm such an idiot. So don't apologize, just take care of her. That's what's important, and well, I have a whole city to choose from. I don't have to, I don't ever have to sleep alone. Regonger smiles a provocative grin. He seems okay with it. No matter what happens, we'll always be friends. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna have to break up with you. Okay. That's fine. Just gonna go around and talk to everybody real quick. You're not too happy about seeing your kin here, are you? Aaron fiddles with his beard pensively. Well, it's not as if I'm holding a grudge against the whole dwarven race. In Brevoy, the River Kingdoms, and the Stolen Lands, I'm always rather happy to see one of us. Exiles like me, or those who left their homelands voluntarily in search for a better life, or even those who were born here and have never even seen the mountains. I owe nothing against them. But the Skeggi, you see, Agranak, they aren't just dwarves. They are envoys from my homeland and Torag himself. Like everyone who exiled me, who humiliated me, everyone I left behind, all of them have come back to torture me. They carry the spirit of the Five Kings Mountain with them. A spirit that is more nauseating to me than the stench of a corpse. Okay.
I'm there.
All right. Hey, Valerie, apparently I think I have a chance with you. You're really quite beautiful. Nah, we have no reason to do that. I guess we're with Octavia now, though.
How may I serve you, Your Grace? No, Your Grace, I cannot picture myself as your advisor. We disagreed too often while I was still in your service.
John shakes his head in a slow motion. What? Really? I feel like... Well, that sucks. I don't have anybody to be the high priest now. Man, this advisor thing kind of sucks, huh? I don't know why I talked to you. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about them.
Follow if you dare.
Hey. Can I still sleep with her? Oh, I guess I can. Okay. Well. Can I talk to your sister? God damn it.
In due time.
I guess I'll talk to her later. I can still sleep with her. Nothing with you. We still haven't ever talked to Knock Knock, have we? I guess it's time. I guess it's time to talk to Knock Knock. One of Knock Knock's ears perks up at your approach. He affixes you with a single eye and waits. Tell me more about you. Knock Knock smiles. Come to right place. He jabs his thumb into his own chest, then narrows his eyes at you suspiciously. But depends on what knowing you want. How'd you get the name Knock Knock? Knock Knock looks sheepish, then his eyes narrow as if remembering. Sound when others hit my head with rocks and sticks and boards, making knocking noises. Give me lumps, usually hit me 2 times. He rubs his skull, which you now notice resembles a tiny cluster of knobby, calloused hills. He then gives you a feral grin. But I show them, be hero, then I knock them. That's a lot of wounds, are you alright? Can't wait for being a hero. Did you take revenge? I hope you gave as good as you got. From pain comes strength. Can't wait for being a hero. Knock Knock nods his head eagerly. Yes, hero come, then Knock Knock show tribe what hero is. Was good day. Yes, I was there. But tribe hitting me, giving me name? Knock Knock make a face. You think, it's hard to tell. It Knock Knock's fault, though. Mom not raised Knock Knock in cage. Let him run around. Get in adventures. Who was your mother? Knock Knock shrugs. Not know. One day realize I am wandering around. Go find other goblins, then he wraps his head twice. Knock Knock. What do you mean you were not raised in a cage? Knock Knock nods his head, then gives you a pitying look. You long shanks raise your short shanks bad. Goblins raise right. Keep children in cage until bigger. It's smart way to raise kids. Not wail and cry unless put spiders in cage. Or snakes. You miss your village? Frowns and then lights up. The village! Then his expression breaks and he sighs wistfully. Yes. Smelled like toads. Beasts eat bad goblins. Children kept in cages. All as should be. His face lights up again. But at least knows see chief again. That good. Enough talking about you. Enough, he nods. Tell me about the goblins. He blinks his right eye, then with his left one. Well, ask. Why do you mangle words? Knock Knock peers at you, then shakes his head slowly. Not us, you. You long shanks and half shanks are drunk with words. Use too many, like a cloud of flies out of your mouth. All that noise makes it hard to listen to you. So, see, hear you. Knock Knock raises a hand and flaps it, pantomiming talking. Me Baron. Great word. Ask words, more words, then boring words. The hand slows, then dips, making snoring noises. And me now sleep. Not your fault. Knock Knock gives you a pitying look as he tucks his hand away. Knock Knock help if can, but you who not talk right. Long shanks and half shanks think goblins half-headed. No brain. But you are the half-heads who drink too many words and vomit them out. Don't tell the half-shank, Lindsay. Are there other goblins who speak common better than you? Other goblins? Knock Knock glares at you, then raises his nose, then pinches it, as if smelling something foul. Other tribes, they put on big show, add extra words, waste everyone's time. He removes his fingers from his nose, and shakes his head, then gives a sinister grin, as if about to tell a ghost story. I still say you all mangle your speech. You're worse than most of your kin. Sure. Legend say other goblins steal words from Knock Knock's tribe. He glances around quickly, then leans in with a whisper. Not true. They speak words, but it is because they are all cursed to do so. He stands proudly, his eyes closed as if at attention. In stolen lands, goblins speak correct. As if trying to prove his point, Knock Knock remains silent, his eyes closed. At the moment, one of his ears pricks up, and he cracks an eyelid open, slightly to see if you're still there, then shuts it. Do you have a problem with Lindsay? Knock Knock wrinkles his nose. The visual is horrific. Lindsay smells gross. Like spring flowers. Has tiny ears. Never files teeth. Combs hair till shiny. Washes self in clothes. He shudders. Write in book all time. Oh, is that all? Knock Knock shakes his head violently and makes a vomiting sound. Other half shanks, they just squealing blood bags waiting to pop, but Lindsay like chatterfly. Knock Knock rolls his eyes. Lindsay, 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 right. He holds his arms, then huffs under his breath. She sing bad too. What's wrong with writing? What wrong with writing? Knock Knock stares at you as if a frog had just hopped out of your mouth. All goblins know why. It steals think thoughts, takes them away. He shudders again. Lindsay do it all the time, but somehow she still has think thoughts. Why she have so many? So no wedding then. What? No, Knock Knock not want wife. He makes a gagging motion. Not her. Gross. Getting sick. He steps back. He genuinely looks like he's about to vomit. Wait. No. Swallowed it back. All good. Knock Knock licks his lips. Oh, that's disgusting. I'll tell her you said that. Knock Knock's eyes widen. He seems genuinely terrified. Not tell her that. No, she write in book. Curse Knock Knock. Right, you don't like Lindsay. Enough about her. Yes, no more Lindsay. Ever. What's wrong with writing? Okay. If goblins don't write, how do you remember anything? Knock Knock stares at you for several moments, then a few more. Finally, he leans in and whispers, Why you stare at me? Do I have a bug on my face? What? Okay. I've heard goblins sing. It's infamous. Knock Knock frowns. What? Like, knock kick fast, knock bite deep, knock stab you while you sleep? There's a long, uncomfortable silence as Knock stares at you, dragging his fingers across his blade as if coaxing it to sleep. Knock finally breaks the silence by shaking his head. No, songs make ears hurt. Want to bury head in dirt. But that was a rhyme. And a song. That? A song it not. Not what you thought. You just did it again. On purpose? I like your rhymes. You say what? I know not. A mischievous flicker flashes across Knock Knock's eyes. How about something else? What will you do now? Knock Knock looks at you, then frowns as if sizing you up. Be a hero. Knock Knock teach you, you teach Knock Knock. He gives it a grin and nearly splits his face. Or that nearly splits his face. You see, yes? I should go. Alright. We have finally talked to Knock Knock.
I'm there.
So we want to bring Lindsay back into the party. Yeah, redo this. Lindsay, Octavia, Knock Knock, Kinera. Right. And we're going to be going north to battle. Who do I want to take to battle with us? I'd take Valerie. She fought with the Sword Lords, so I feel like she'd be interested. Like she worked for them, I guess. So she probably has some fondness for them. We're actually about to end the episode. I just want to see where we're going. So we have Candlemere, we have the north, we have the Dwarven Fortress, and then we have all of the east to explore. Alright, so we've got all this. We still got to go through and explore everything in here. And probably way down here too, that little area. And then we have to go back to Candlemere. Where's this fortress? Is that it? There's the Lost Dwarven Fortress. And there's Flintlock Grasslands. Alright, so that's where we gotta go next. I don't know where the crossing is, so I guess we'll stop. Ooh, I guess if we're gonna stop there, we'll want to bring Harem with us. Looks like that's on the way. Yeah, explore the Candlemere Bloom. Okay, well. one last thing before we end the episode. I did want to see how far away this would be to go to. 2 days, 17 hours to get there. So you think we have to rest in between those days, so that'd probably be closer to 5 days. Man, that's a long journey. Alright guys, we are going to end the episode there. Next episode, I guess we'll go get Harem, and we'll go do the Dwarven Fortress thing. And I guess we're taking him to the Barbarian place too, because we won't come back unless we need the rest or something. She still has some wisdom damage. How much? 2? Okay. Alright. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'll catch you later.